Our next speaker is Andrew Horder, who is an author, a coach and a consultant who helps new business owners discover their focus and the activities and opportunities that they really love that will produce lasting results or lasting success.
Hi, I'm Andrew Horder from TheBusyFool, and today at the YesX I'm going to be speaking about how what you focus on can make a difference to how your life goes. I have to say, it's the first time I've spoken at this group and I'm a little nervous, but really looking forward to it. It's a great group and I'm looking forward to a great reception.
Andrew will be speaking about how what we focus on can affect our life. So please help me welcome Andrew to the stage with a big warm round of applause.
So, focus. It can mean lots of different things, but let me give you an example of how what you focus on can affect how your life goes. Imagine, I'm on a train on my way up to London from Surrey one evening. I'm just sort of staring idly out of the window, and I start to notice some little scratches in my vision. As I bring my focus onto them, they solidify into one of those graffiti tags that some kid has obviously etched on the glass. I guess we all like to make a mark on the world. I find myself becoming increasingly emotional, irritated that this little Herbert has decided he can spoil my view of the world. I mean, who do they think they are? What a wonderful world I have to live in. And then, just as my daily whale rant reaches a fever pitch of righteous indignation, the sun breaks through the clouds, a single shaft coming down to spotlight the elegant Victorian steeple of St. John's Church, a spire stretching confidently upwards from its wooded hillside. The sight literally took my breath away as I felt my focus break through the flaws on the glass onto the beauty beyond. I heaved a deep sigh of contentment. What a wonderful world we have to live in. Now, I bet if I asked you, how focused are you? Roughly half the room would say, yeah, I'm pretty focused. So here's a test for you, especially the focused ones amongst you. Can you answer this question? Don't answer it out loud. Just raise your hand if you can. Who can answer this question? What was Harry's special offer? Who can remember? Okay. So, roughly, as I thought, half the room are pretty much in control of their focus. Others, your focus may be wandering a little bit. As I was saying, it's important to look beyond the immediate most of the time. But I remember another afternoon where we were out for a walk in the country and we just yomped across to the far side of a field. And I noticed some tracks going off into the hedgerow. I go over to investigate. And it's not tracks at all, or not animal tracks. It's where some people have pushed into the field edge to try to get at some bramble up in the hedgerow. We are so focused on getting to our destination that we've walked straight past a fantastic opportunity to go and pick some blackberries. You see, how you focus really will affect how your life goes. You can allow yourself to be dragged down into dissatisfaction with the world, like I was, into depression, into despair even, by allowing yourself to focus on the things that you don't like about the world, about how you get treated, about yourself even. Or you can choose to look for the improving, to look for the uplifting, to look for the inspiring things out there in the world, in others, and in yourself. There's that famous quote that Harry just said by Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, how's it go? You're right. Well, I've got a quote from you. Whether you think the world is a dark and depressing and dangerous place, or whether you think the world is light and bright and full of opportunity, how's it go? You're right. Absolutely right. Yeah, if you're focused on the bad stuff, that's what you'll see. And if you focus on the good stuff, you'll see more of it. It's all about the filters that you apply. And I'm with the Buddha when he says all that we are is the result of what we have thought. But it's not just about what we notice, it's also about what we attract. When we're grumping about the place, moaning about this or that, well, we're hardly a good stopping off point for somebody with some great news or a fantastic opportunity, are we? But when we can be over the moon about the world, well, we just repel all those moaning minis, don't we? How you focus on the world, that affects what you expect of the world. And that affects how you act in the world. In NLP terms, which we all know, expectation creates outcome. So how do you focus on the good stuff if you know that's what's good for you? And how do you keep your focus on it and off all that stuff that really winds you up? Well, the answer is our intuition is driven by our emotions. So if you feel bad, time to take your focus off that. The trick is to be aware of your emotions, so that when you feel yourself feeling bad about something, shift your focus onto the good stuff, onto the bright future that we all have. And if you're feeling unsure about the future of the big wide world, well, bring your attention back to the here and now, to your friends, to the gifts you have right now. Or, if the right now is not so great for you, then you can choose to focus on the big picture, on all the abundance that's out there for us all. So in that Surrey summer field, as we made our way back, we made a point of checking all the hedgerows. And there were absolutely masses of bramble blackberries, all that abundance right there under our noses waiting for us, if we would just take the time to look. And on that train journey, that wonderful view I got, that left me with a contented smile on my face. I could have stayed focused on Herbert and his graffiti, but now I was focused on joy and on beauty. I caught the eye of a lovely young woman waiting on the platform for the next train. She probably would have looked away if I'd been your typical scowling computer, but as it was, I was treated to such a warm, friendly smile. My good mood lasted all the way to London and right through the evening. Sometimes you only have to look a little bit beyond the immediate. So remember, whether you focus on the worries and problems and frustrations that you're experiencing, or whether you focus on the fun and support and opportunities that you know are out there in the world. How's it go? You're right. See, how you focus on the world will affect your world. To have a happy, abundant, productive world to live in, choose your focus on what makes you happy. Choose your focus on what makes you productive. Choose your focus on what brings you abundance. And the way we choose to experience the world will affect our results. Great leaders, the people we see on this stage each month, the people we see out in this room each month, choose their focus. Leaders focus on opportunity. Leaders focus on contribution. Leaders focus on love and joy and abundance. Don't you?
Focus.
Indeed.
I just want to share something, because I think when I used to sit on that side of the room, I used to think it's really easy to be on stage until I had to go the first time. And I learnt the lesson of my life. And along that came a lot of growth. Who would agree with me that the quality of the speakers tonight has been amazing? Thank you. And as I said, for some of them, it's the first time, so let's be supportive. Thank you. So does anyone have any questions for Andrew about focus? Stella, microphone.
Okay, let me focus my question. When I'm focused on what I want and being happy and being optimistic, how do I handle everyone around me who's focused on what is wrong and want to drag me there to where they are? How do you do that? Because sometimes I'm perceived as this too happy, over cheerful, over optimistic person because I'm always focused on what I can do. Uh-huh. So how do I work with that?
Well, I could go with the easy answer, which is just don't hang around with those people. But that's not always so easy. The way I deal with it is I try to get them to see the positive. But as you've said, sometimes they're just like, stop being, you're a Pollyanna, don't be ridiculous, life's not like that. Well, if that's the situation, switch off. Just switch off, let the world flow over you.
Thank you.
Is that a good answer?
Well, it's something to try.
Yeah, what I'm saying is just, you don't agree with them, don't get down in there in that pity party with them. And let them go on around you and just remind yourself that you know what it's really all about.
Great stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Stella. So, Andrew, what can the Yes Group do for you?
Well, there's one particular program that I love to deliver. It's a one-to-one program, and the Yes Group can help me. I'm offering it tonight at what my teacher would call a very silly price.
A very silly price.
My teacher describes this as the secret of happiness. It helps you to find that thing that you're doing when you are absolutely at your best. Because to me, focus is all about doing what you love for a living. And this program helps you to find that. It's called Core Process. Normally, it's charged at £300, but for people tonight who are committed to helping me to enjoy doing what I love and are committed to their own future, it's just £95 plus VAT if you sign up tonight.
Wow. So if you're committed to helping him do what he enjoys and helping yourself, I think that's a very good yes group price, yes? So other break, please find Andrew. So thank you, Andrew. I think Andrew deserves a great round of applause. Thank you, Andrew.
Yes.
Thank you.